Hi YouTube and welcome to Divine Resolution Tarot. My name is Chanel and I'm the resident tarot reader for this YouTube channel as well as for the Divine Resolution Tarot business that operates in Minnesota. If you'd like to work with me, all of the information will be in the description box down below. This reading is intended for the sign of Cancer or anyone watching for Cancer. Thank you so much to everyone who was so amazing last month. I really enjoyed having the opportunity to read all of your comments. I enjoyed being able to work with quite a few of you last month, and for everyone that booked a reading with me, I really appreciated having the opportunity to get to know you on a more personal level. That being said, we're going to get right into your reading. I'm going to let you know I decided to do something just a little bit different this month, and I don't want you to worry because I know how much it seemed like everyone enjoyed the reading last month. So I will still be using that spread. I've just decided to do 2 general readings per month per sign because that gives me the opportunity to take a look at your money, career, home, love, and kind of give a more general reading for people who are not in relationships, okay? Because that 8-card reading we did last month gets pretty specific. All right, I'm just pulling an oracle for each of these, and then I will let you know what I see. This reading is a little bit more broad, and it takes a look at a couple different areas of your life, and then I'll put the link down below as well for you to your other reading so that you can take a look at the spread that I did last month. And I think that's just how I'll do it every month. Also, for everyone who booked a reading with me last month, wait times were a little bit longer than I wanted them to be. Now we've gotten all the bugs worked out, so we are moving quite expediently. All right. That is all I have to say. We're going to get right into it. I'm going to let you know what each card means for the position that it's in. Bottom of the deck, we have the 4 of Swords in the reverse, the Page of Wands in the upright, the Ace of Swords in the reverse. And out flew the Page of Swords. So we're going to take a look at that as well. All right, Cancer, what do we got going on? Right here, this is for your home life for September. So it's looking like there's some sort of issue surrounding a decision that you've made, okay? And what I'm seeing here is you're in a space of trying really hard to kind of restore balance into your life. It's like you've been feeling very much on edge, like you're trying very hard to probably give more of yourself than you actually have. Because in each of these cards, literally every card for your home life, there's an element of 2, okay? Whether it's the 2 water, the 2 pentacles, these 2 pillars, and here with this temperance in the reverse. So you've been feeling, I'm getting the vibe, quite torn in the last month, which makes sense because you were all going through quite a bit in your reading last month. It's looking like, to me, you've been taking a lot of time to try to think about what to do. And now you're at this point where you're finally making that decision, okay? And the hard part about it is that it's like, I feel like you know what you want with this Page of Wands. But it's almost like you don't know how to go about getting it. Or you feel like there's information that's missing. You know, you're feeling like you're trying very hard to move forward and to be decisive, but it's like there's not enough clarity involved, okay? So for your situation this month for your home life, and this can be with family as well, or if you're in a partnership, this can also apply, is the Star. And it's showing me that you're trying to repair things that have been broken, okay? You might have gotten some information that you're not quite sure what to do with because this Page of Swords that came flying out of the deck And the Ace of Swords in the reverse, it's got you really thinking like, okay, now that I know what I know, I don't know if I know more than I did before. Like, I'm still feeling like I have more questions than I have answers. You know, whatever information came towards you, it didn't really help. If anything, it just caused more confusion. Okay. And so I feel like you've been mulling it over for a while, but you're trying really hard to like restore some sort of peace into your life. And I'm feeling like, even though you know there needs to be some sort of decision made, you're not making it yet, okay? Because you don't feel like you have the clarity to really decide which way to go. It's like you're just kind of exploring your options, and you know something needs to be done because you're not happy. You know, we have these at the bottom of the deck here. We have the Lovers, the Four of Wands, the Ten of Cups. You know, this is a situation that could have involved more people, for the simple fact that it's like the decision hasn't been made about this person yet. And you know that you are not happy with them. You know that you're not in a space where you're able to make this work. It's not the teamwork situation that you thought that it would be going into it initially. But you're trying to figure out what the correct decision is, okay? It's making me feel like here too, because we have this next set of three, and it's the Six of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles. So again, to me, this could be you getting information about something from the past that maybe, you know, if you were dating someone or with someone, or even if this could be about a roommate or a living situation, you're finding out, you know, okay, well, I guess I thought we were all on the same page here, and now I'm finding out that we're not, you know, and it's kind of almost this energy of like, you're finding out something from the past that you thought had already been fixed isn't fixed, okay? And that's kind of what I'm feeling here, is like you already had made the decision initially to progress with whatever it was you were doing, and then you got information that was like, okay, this is a delay. This is a setback. And now I have to reevaluate what my actions will be based on this new information. You haven't made this second decision yet, you know, because you're already going down a path, and now you found out like, oh, I don't think this is going to work. Okay. Right now, you're just very focused on healing the situation, trying to maintain your own strength and kind of tap into your inner being. What would be helpful for you in the month of September is you are going to have to make a decision about whatever this is, okay? Because it's affecting your stability, but it's also affecting your health, okay? In the sense that like Pentacles talk about your body. They talk about your well-being, kind of your physical well-being. And so if you're living in this state of stress, okay, because you're not feeling like you can take that time you need to like really recover from this blow, that's not good for you. Like, you are going to have to come to a decision this month. That's what would be very helpful to you. What will hurt you is the High Priestess, okay? And that's very much like, I don't have all of the information. I don't know what to do. You know, High Priestess relies on her intuition. But the hard part here is with this Ace of Swords in the reverse, it's like, I don't even know if what I'm seeing is what I'm seeing. You know, I'm hearing things, but then I'm thinking about how I feel about the situation. I'm thinking about what I know about the situation already. You know, I don't know if I can trust what I'm hearing. There's a lot of confusion around this situation, and it's making it very difficult for you to make a decision. Okay. With this star here, it could be that someone is reaching out to you this month, whether it's a family member, a partner, an ex-partner, could be trying to fix things with roommates. But somebody is trying to come in and they're trying to offer you some sort of kind of peace offering, okay? So they might have given you some information Like, oh, this is why I did this because so-and-so did that. And then you're just like, wait, what? They did what? You know, it's kind of one of those where someone's coming in to try to give you that apology or to smooth things over, but it's almost like they just make it worse. All right. Because whatever they tell you to try to be like, hey, you know, you're going to be like, wait, what the hell did you just say to me? Like, how am I supposed to feel better? Now I have a whole bunch of other things that are on my mind. Like, thanks, right? Make a decision about this, whatever information you get. Advice from the universe is the Temperance in the reverse, okay? So this person's coming in and they're trying to heal whatever the situation is, all right? The fact of the matter is there's still quite a bit imbalance here, all right? Because it seems to me as though just because someone's like, hey, sorry, right? Okay, well, thanks. But are your actions matching your words, right? Because this is the card of clarity and this is the card of communication. This is the card of taking that initial action. So if they're not in alignment, if they're not matching up, you might have to cut whatever this situation is out of your life because it's not in a space where it's balanced, okay? If you've been in this Two of Pentacles and the upright energy where you are trying to keep everything afloat, trying to keep everyone happy, there's no balance in that, okay? This person is alone and they're doing the work. What's helpful is to drop one of these pentacles and focus on one, okay? If you're having trouble deciding what to do in a particular situation, this is telling you to go back to the initial opportunity, all right? So say you're having trouble deciding like, oh, should I renew my lease, for example? Well, given the time you've lived where you've lived and all the things you've seen, if you could know all those things and go back to that initial opportunity, like, you know, would you do it again? Would you do it over? Would you know, like sometimes it's helpful to look at where we've been. We can't predict the future. You know, we're not the high priestess. We can't even always go off of what people say and do, you know, because it's sketchy. It's just super sketchy. But especially in this situation, because if people are operating like pages and communicating like pages, that still leaves a lot to be desired, right? But what I will say is, you know, if this is a partner, think about the relationship you've had and then think about the day that you met and they're like, hey, can I get your number? If you could go back in time, would you give them your number, right? Would you be like, oh yeah, you can get to know me better? Or would you be like, no, right? If you can't make a decision, sometimes it's very helpful to go back to that initial opportunity and be like, wow, if I could do it all over, would I take it again? That may help you. What's going to hurt you, though, is if you keep holding on to the two. There's some sort of duality here. There's something that you're weighing out. If you don't make a decision, that will hurt you, okay? Because we have this two in the reverse and then we have this two in the upright, showing me that it's time, okay? You have to recognize Spirit wants you to know whatever the situation is regarding your home or your family or your partner, regardless of what they're saying or how they're coming across, the balance still is not there, okay? And you're going to have to decide to end something. Through this, you are having this conflict because it's giving you an opportunity to end something, okay? We have peace. To create peace in the world, you must be unruffled within. Become tranquil, walk in stillness, and act in harmony. This serenity that radiates from you will create peace. You know, that's very much the energy of the star. You're restoring yourself. This, whatever the situation is, this person, if they're coming back to apologize, this is kind of the energy thief, okay, that's coming in to upset your peace. You can't be everyone else's peace. It's not for you to be everyone's strength or solidarity or, you know, it's just you have to be able to recharge your batteries. And that's very much what the Spirit is saying in this particular area of your life. There's something about your home right now that's incredibly stressful, and you need to take time to really realign with yourself. because whatever this is has left you feeling energetically drained, okay? We have grace. The beauty of grace is that you receive blessings for no reason. As above, so below. Practice random acts of grace. Give to others for no reason. Offer kindness to those who are undeserving. Love those who no one else loves. Practice grace. Well, loving people who no one else loves is a difficult thing because there's a reason why no one loves them, right? I don't mean to laugh because I feel like I've loved some pretty unlovable people in my life. So I definitely understand that it's an uphill battle. Spirit is asking you to decide what you're going to do with this particular situation. And it's giving you restoration, maybe so that you can come into alignment with yourself and realize that whomever this is out of alignment, and then like lovingly create the distance, okay? Because with this grace here, apparently it's acceptable to love people no one loves, or those who are undeserving. I agree with that. It's exhausting though. That's the thing. It's absolutely exhausting. And it looks like right now you're in a space where you're hardly allowed any reprieve, okay? So take it for what it's worth. Realize that this person or this situation is not going to give you balance, and you're going to need to find your own balance this month, and then maybe approach it from a loving angle, as frustrating as it sounds like it is, okay? Let me get you a self-care card. Oh, well. We have faith, we have risk. Is this what you got last month? It feels like it. Faith grows when you act without knowing the end result. That sounds so much like risk, right? Because when we take a risk, we don't know what the end result will be. All right, this is a little creepy, Cancer. Risk. Take a risk. You have the power within to move mountains. I feel like this is kind of a continuation of last month, to be quite frank. You know, you may be trying to sort through some things. You may be getting more information about your person or their situation. Apparently, you're supposed to love the unlovable and have faith and take a risk. You are all going through it. And I am so apologetic because it's exhausting to love someone who fights you every step of the way, right? It's just like, gosh, why do things always have to be so difficult? All right, we have work, career, and finance. So your situation is the Nine of Cups in the reverse. Oh, you're feeling some disappointment around work, okay? It might be that you were looking forward to starting something new and it's not going the way that you had planned. Again, with this information kind of coming in, it could be that you had wanted a promotion or some sort of like different job opportunity and you're getting disappointing news about it. So now you're trying to kind of find clarity as to why like it's not working out. Because I feel like you're trying to move in a direction that's more in alignment with yourself and you're really like focusing on how to build a life that is good for you. And so I'm almost picking up on this vibe that's like, man, I'm doing the work. So where's the results, right? What's helpful to you this month is the Seven of Swords. So this is a really interesting card to get as far as something helpful because Seven of Swords talks a lot about deception, right? But it also talks about plans. It talks about making plans. It talks about making secret plans. And it's interesting because this Emperor here and this Seven of Swords man are like looking at one another, you know, and he's like sneaking off, kind of saying like, okay, you don't see me. And the Emperor's like, I see you. I'm kind of picking up on the vibe that it's time to do something different for work. You know that it is. What may be very good is rather than telling your boss or whomever, like, oh, this is my notice, or I'm going to leave soon, or I'm so over it. I would try very hard to keep that to myself because in this card, this guy kind of just like packs up his cubicle and sneaks away. Now, I'm not saying to ghost your employer, but what I am saying is that you also have a decision to make about work this month. Rather than communicate very rapidly about what you want, it may be for the best if you keep it kind of under wraps and start quietly looking for a job, okay, a new job, because what will hurt is this Emperor. And so what I'm feeling like is whatever this Nine of Cups is representing as a situation, there was a huge amount of disappointment surrounding something that was supposed to happen with your job. Okay, so it's almost like your boss is watching you to see how you're going to react to that disappointment. Almost like they're kind of waiting for a reason to be like, you know what, come in my office for a minute. We need to have a talk, right? Don't give this person a reason. You know, they're always like with this right here, what I'm seeing, we have the 1, we have the 5. This person is looking for an opportunity to start a conflict with you. Okay, so work may be feeling uncomfortable, all right? But the advice here is to just be kind of stealthy, make your plan, okay? Through the conflict that you're experiencing at work, it's giving you the opportunity to reevaluate the partnership and to really start deciding like what you do want, okay? Sevens talk a lot about options. So you do have options. You have probably a few things you're haven't even considered, okay, that may work out very well for you. The advice from Spirit for this particular situation is the World. So Spirit's telling you that this is the end for this job. You know, could be that you stay in the same career and just do a different job itself. Could be that you just need to transfer to a different department away from this particular person that seems like they're stealing your joy and probably not valuing you, or like they could even be stealing your work. Like if you are submitting things and they're like, oh, you know, oh, I gave him that idea, or I told her to do that. You know, this is somebody kind of, it could be a coworker that's stealing your credit too, okay? Spirit wants you to know that the reason why this is happening, as frustrating and annoying as this situation is, could even be gossip at work, you know, about your personal life, or people kind of backstabbing you and they've been pretending that they were your friends. But why ever this is happening, it's because this phase in your life is over, okay? Page of Wands here is that guy that he picks up that wand and he's looking at it very intently. This wand is representative of the opportunities that he can have, but it's very representative of himself, his self-image, how he projects himself to the world, how he feels about himself and what he wants, okay? With this here, it's showing me that you're taking more time to really look and see, like, hey, where am I at? What do I want? And with this Page of Swords, you're starting to decide how to communicate that to the people around you. Okay, so in your home situation, there could have been that argument where you're like, yeah, I'm really sick of you eating all my cheese, or, you know, whatever it is. Or, hey, landlord, you never fix my whatever. And so you're at these crossroads because you're starting to realize who you are, but you're also starting to advocate for yourself. Okay, and because this is kind of a newer energy for you, it's like you are feeling like you may be a little clumsy with your words at times, or maybe you're just in this space of being like, I'm just pissing everybody off this month. I don't even care, right? Sometimes it is what it is, all right? If people are pushing you to your breaking point, which is kind of what this is looking like, where you're not getting any kind of time to just think or be like, God, what am I doing? Sometimes those words happen where you just kind of fly off the cuff, right? Like, oh man, I said that and I surprised myself. I didn't even know that was coming out next, right? I'm getting this energy of everybody kind of wanting something from you, wanting you to make a choice, wanting you to jump through hoops. You don't have a spare second to really decide, okay? I think it would be very good for you to try to take some time out from whatever is going on in your life. With this World here, we have the 21, so that's the 3. That's the time in your life where you're making the decision. You know what you want. Now you've made the action. You're waiting on the result, right? So this is very much that I'm not happy. I really hate this guy. I'm making a decision to sneak away from this, okay? Because I want this in the upright. I'm going to send out those applications so that I can have a job that instead of going every day to work and being like, I hate my job, I hate my life, I can be like, yeah, employee of the month, I love being here, right? The world is telling you the cycle's over. This is no longer in alignment with you, and it's time to do something else, okay? You could have been trying this particular job more than once. This could have been somewhere you worked that you went back to. Let this be the last time with this particular situation, because it is time for something else, a better opportunity, okay? So we have harmony. Restore harmony, create peace in all situations rather than pushing the river, flow with it. Yep, that's exactly it. You know, this emperor is like, oh, blah, 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 you should have been here at 8. And you're just kind of like, well, what happened at 8? You know, what was so important? Well, you're late. You know, he's being an ass, you know, and so instead of coming at him, you know, just smile, nod, walk away and go fill out a job application on your break, right? Go with the flow, and then eventually you're going to flow right on out of there because this just isn't the opportunity for you anymore, all right? Okay, let's get these out of the way. Let's take a look at your love life. Judgment, big decisions, Cancer. You got a lot of decisions to make. Situation is 5 of Swords in the upright. What's helpful is the 9 of Pentacles. Hurtful is the 3 of Swords. Advice is judgment. So, you know, you may be living with your partner because you had some decisions to make around your house, right? 5 of Swords is that energy of like, I don't care how you feel. I don't care what you want. This is what I'm doing, okay? Now, it really depends, and I look at this with every card, which character you identify with in this card, okay? If you are the person that's got all the swords, you're like, ha, I took your stuff. I'm feeling great. You guys are crying about it, you know, whatever. Now, if you're one of these people here, you're feeling pretty bad, right? So it depends on who you identify with. In this card, do you feel like you're the victor and that you won at all costs? Or do you feel like somebody really screwed you over? All right. My guess is that you're the one that feels like you were very screwed over because we have this 3 of Swords here as for what hurts. Okay. I'm feeling like with this Page of Swords and how I was saying, you probably got some information about some deception, information about some lies. Someone may be not very focused on what's going on with you right now. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. They're off looking over there and very much concerned about what they've got going on, but it doesn't really seem like it includes you, okay? Whatever it is they're doing is causing you to feel rather left out, rather offended, you know, and you're like, hey, what the hell, right? I'm going to pull a clarifier for this 5 of Swords because to me, this is kind of, it's not like secret plans, but it's just kind of like, I'm always really curious, what does this represent? Like, what did this person do? Okay. So what do we got? 10 of Cups, 2 of Swords. Yeah, it's like you don't want this to end. 9 of Cups, 2 of Wands. Well, whatever they've done, they've got you in a place where you're really feeling like you don't know if you can forgive this person, okay? That's kind of what I was seeing with the house situation where it's that Star coming in for the forgiveness, but the Temperance is in the reverse. Like, no, I don't know. This person's still kind of unbalanced, still not giving to the equation the same way you are, right? Yeah, you're trying really hard to figure out what to do. It's like you feel like you're losing something that's very important to you based on whatever this person did. And it's got you in this space of like, it's almost like you don't even want to know. Like, God, just don't even tell me anymore. Like, just stop talking. 3 of Swords in the reverse. The Star. Yeah. So to me, this is like confession after the one night of cheating, right? This is the I come home in the morning and I smell like whiskey, and I'm telling you, I was out with my friends, and then there's like the hickey on my back or something. It's one of those situations where it's like, now they're very sorry. Now they want to have a very difficult discussion. They're ready to tell you whatever you want to know so that you don't cut them completely out. They want to make amends. They're showering you with affection. They don't want it to be over. Hey, Cancer, stabbed you in the back 10 times, but please don't leave, right? Under that, we have 8 of Cups. This person here on this tightrope, like, I'm really tired of being your damn fool. This, like, you think I'm just, 7 of Cups, sorry. But it's like, I'm here for your entertainment or what, right? Not only that, but somebody wearing this mask here, like, oh, you're so happy to be the life of the party when you're gone. And you come home here and you've done all these horrible things because you're entertaining your friends and showboating for your friends, right? But meanwhile, here I am committed to you, sitting at home waiting, right? Or sitting at my home waiting for that text. Yeah. It really depends on if you live with the person or not. I mean, it doesn't really make a difference. It doesn't change the way it feels when it's happening. That it seems like this person's putting on a very grand show when their friends are around or when they're out with them, but they're not really considering how you feel while you're sitting here waiting, right? Okay, well, I'm sorry I went on my rant for a minute, but those things annoy me. I have to laugh because I've been in this space where it's just like, you could have just stayed gone, actually. You should have just stayed out, actually. So that's the situation. What's helpful is the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse, okay? Interesting card to have for what's helpful. What's helpful to realize is that one of you is very codependent on the other. So it could be their energy if they are the kind of person that really needs that energetic, like, fill me up, Cancer, tell me how cool I am, boost my ego, right? You could also be codependent on them emotionally, and I'm picking up on the vibe. I don't feel like this is codependence on your part. I feel like it's more to do with them. I feel like you are kind of the caregiver in this particular situation. So if, you are extremely worried about this person cutting you out of their life or walking away to do something else and not coming back, because I'm seeing this 4 of Swords here as like the second chance card, but it's in the reverse. Maybe there's some unclearness about what will happen with this particular person. They're not going anywhere, okay? They're showing their ass, but they're not going anywhere because they don't want to be single and they're codependent on you. Now, if that's something that you want to deal with, that is your business, but the universe is asking you to make a decision, okay? It's time to make a decision about this person. And maybe when you do make that choice of like, okay, I'm going to stay with this person, we're going to work it out, but these are my boundaries. These are my stipulations. Like, this is what I need from you, or this is not going to happen anymore. Maybe even just making that decision to have that discussion, the difficult discussion we saw there, that may change things, okay? I'm kind of getting this vibe that you're with somebody who is acting immature in their communication. They don't really have a very strong sense of who they are as a person or their self-worth. They don't know where they're going. They don't really know what they want. You're kind of the mother or father of the situation, wrangling them in and making them give the toys back to the other kids, right? What's going to hurt you this month, Cancer, is if you end the situation, which is weird because this is literally a continuation of last month where it's like, oh, give them a second chance, make a decision to keep them. I don't know what it is about this person, Cancer. I don't know why you have that tie where Spirit is saying, like, I'm working on them, hold on to them. I'm sending you so much love because to me, I get in this space of where I'm just like, oh my gosh, like if I didn't give birth to you and you act like this, I need you gone, okay? But what I'm seeing here, you're supposed to hold on. You don't have all the information yet, okay? And whatever information is coming in, it's not clear. So don't let this person break your heart. You know what I mean? But maybe create that distance. You know, we had that go with the flow, and we had the card that was talking about grace and saying that, you know, when you're offering kindness and love to people who don't deserve it, you know, like, you're supposed to stay in that energy of like creating your own serenity and not allowing people to get you out of alignment. So it's like you're just supposed to maybe recognize the fuckery that this is, but you know, it's not the kind of situation, I guess, that you're supposed to let get under your skin. You're just supposed to make this decision about what you're doing and keep it moving, you know, but keep it moving with this person, apparently, okay? We have patience. Watch water drop onto the rock beneath it. One drop does nothing, but many drops over time create a hole in the rock. Such is the power of patience. Well, I'm still working on patience. It's not a strong suit for me. But, you know, I guess this person, like whatever it is that you're doing, it's working on them, you know, spirits here with these angels working on them. And it's like one drop at a time, I guess. You know, you're supposed to just keep doing what you're doing, you know, and protect your heart. But, you know, it sounds like, yeah, I don't know, guys. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm feeling. With this Ace of Swords, it's like you don't have all the answers. You don't have all the clarity that you need. And I think that whoever this is not doing a very good job of providing that either, you know, because they're playing these games that kind of are keeping you on your toes. But I guess you're just supposed to really see it for what it is. If you're single, if you're a single Cancer and you're looking for somebody, it may feel as though you have several suitors, but you might be having a hard time understanding why situations aren't getting off the ground with them. You might be going on a couple of dates and then you're just like, what is going on? Why are people being turned off from me, or why am I being turned off from people? Okay. What will help you is if you realize that you may be coming off a little bit in a space of like, hi, do you want to get married? And I'm not saying that you're like desperate or needy, but what I am saying is that you want a partnership that is stable and you want something that you can depend on and you're ready to be in a commitment. But make sure that that's coming from a place of like, I've worked through my last relationship. I've worked through any baggage I have. I'm in a really good space about my self-esteem, because the hard part is like when you're in a weird place with your self-esteem and you start dating, you're going to attract like some really weirdos. Okay. Especially if you're like, man, I really want to get married. I want that commitment. I haven't really done the work on myself. You're going to get the kind of guys that are like, I want you to have all my babies. You know, they're going to be weird because you're still kind of in a space of like, I'm trying to figure myself out. Okay. So you're going to get people that are also trying to figure themselves out, but very much wanting to commit to you. And then that becomes like this weird stalker energy, right? Take a look at how you're feeling about love in general. Take a look at how you're feeling about a last relationship you had. Also, maybe, and I know people don't always want to hear this, but it could be that either you're holding on to an ex and you still kind of need to make that final, like one last cut and done, or it could be that you're really feeling the urge that you need to contact that person and see if you can give it a go again. Okay, because it could be too that in your heart space you don't feel single because you feel still very connected to this person from your past. Okay. All right. If you're single and you're having trouble meeting people, have patience, right? One drop at a time. one date at a time. All right, let's take a look at how you're going to be feeling for the month. Oh man, you feel like you're waiting around, right? Because here you are trying very hard to make all these decisions, but you're still lacking clarity, you know? And the funny part is Spirit is telling you, be patient, you know, try to restore harmony in the space you're in, but it's not encouraging you to really get up and go, okay? That world did come out for advice about career, but it was still showing me that you should like make a plan and kind of be in stealth mode before you're just like, I quit. And I feel like this month is kind of a lot of waiting. You're waiting for clarity, you know? You could be waiting for someone to come out of their reprieve. If somebody is like, oh, I need time, or however, you're waiting on them. You know, this is all kind of waiting. If somebody went to recovery, you could be waiting for them to come out and see what they're going to do. You know, this month is about waiting, Cancer, and deliberating, but don't think too hard, because a lot of the information that you still need to make your decision, it seems like you're not getting, you know, not yet. All right, so what are you thinking about this month? Oh, love. I like it. So Cancer is thinking about some new love. If you're in a partnership, you could just be trying to renew your relationship to one another. Like, oh, let's go out of town. Let's do something fun, right? You could be looking at your surroundings and thinking like, okay, everything's kind of up in the air with the Hanged Man, and it's not really what I want. Okay, so what do I want? What makes me happy? Okay, you could be trying very hard to figure that out. With this Ace of Cups, that's making me think of our first spread with the home. Someone could be coming back and they want to apologize. All right, so that's probably going to be like your main situation where you're thinking, can I forgive this? Is this balanced? Is this something that I want? If I do hold on to this, how can I keep myself in alignment and still support this person, but not allow them to keep hurting me, right? All right, how you're feeling this month emotionally is the Hermit. So you want something to change is what I'm feeling like. And you may be feeling a bit like you are not following good advice, okay? I'm feeling like whatever the situation is in your love life, there may be times where you're feeling a little bit foolish for dealing with this person, okay? And it's just like, gosh, of everything I've learned and everything I've done, why am I not doing any of these things when it comes to him or her, right? I wouldn't be so hard on myself, because for whatever reason, it's looking like this is where you're supposed to be right now, okay? But this person is definitely going to be working your damn nerves, and they're going to be trying really hard to, I don't even know why they're doing all this. That's the weird part, is like the Five of Swords energy is just very much like, not only is it really crappy, but it's kind of just like, I'm doing this because I can. Like, there isn't even, I'm sure there's some deep-seated issues, you know, Page of Wands and Page of Swords. You know, as a child, this person probably had some real issues around like self-identity or feeling accepted by his peers. Could have been bullied quite a bit. Could have felt like they couldn't speak out for themselves, or felt like if they stood up for themselves, they were, you know, squished down to like be minimized or treated badly by, it could have been by parents, siblings. And so that's probably why bullies grow up to be bullies, right? Well, there we go. That wasn't too hard to figure out. All right, sorry, I'm not always with it. So I think this person is dealing with some issues, but it's not you. It doesn't make it any less annoying, right? So feeling this month, the Hermit, in the reverse. You're going to be feeling like you should end everything that you're doing, whether it's work, whether it's this home situation or this relationship situation. Part of you is feeling like I should just walk away from all this. But then we have the One, and that's the opportunity. So you're going to pick it back up, you know. Nines are integration. You're going to try really hard to probably integrate patience into the situation, you know, to reestablish peace and harmony, to deal with this person's ridiculousness with grace, right? So this is very much you kind of, you're kind of in Rocky mode where you're like picking yourself up off the mat for like that round when everybody's like, how is this happening? You've been fighting for 3 hours, right? That's very much what I'm feeling here is like, well, time to get back up, get back at it, okay? You may feel like I'm walking away from this, but you're not, right? All right, how are you feeling physically? 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. This is the energy of I don't want to, right? I don't want to. I'm done. I'm over it. I want to sit down. Like you're just tired. You're physically feeling exhausted. You may be feeling like you're not getting enough sleep. You may not be eating like you should be. You might also be neglecting your diet, okay? And you're doing it because with this wand here, it's like you are not your main priority at this point. Okay, so that's going to need to change because physically it's like you feel like you're doing a lot of work on your own. You may be having some aches and pains as well and just feeling quite overwhelmed, overburdened, and exhausted, okay? Advice for you is the Hanged Man. So we have the 10 and the 2. End something, partner with something else. Yeah, so take a break is what it looks like and then get back to it because we have the 10 that talks about the ending and then we have the 2, which is the decision and the partnership. So yeah, maybe take a break for yourself, but then here's this where it's like get back up and go back to it. You know, advice is telling you to try to view the situation from a different perspective. I don't know. That's really what it's saying. Whatever it is, don't throw it out. Take that break, make that decision, you know, go back to that partnership and try to see it in a different light. That's what it's looking like. And I think it really is because of this lack of mental clarity here. You know, maybe if somebody is being a bully or they're being kind of a jerk, knowing why will give you a little bit more clarity. You know, maybe if you're in a space of dealing with a crappy boss, knowing that it's time for you to just do something else might give you more clarity. But yeah, it's looking like really you're just supposed to hang in there and change your point of view, which sounds crazy because this is a lot of things that me personally, I would want to change. You know, I'd be like, no, this is going, that's going. But that's probably the problem with me is that I move too fast and then I regret it later. We have humility. The way of the earth is too empty, that which is full, and fill that which is empty. True humility brings great fortune. Yeah, so you're dealing with a lot of bullies, okay? You're the boss or whoever that is at work, whether it's a coworker or whomever, looks like a bully. And then in the relationship sector of your life, you're dealing with another bully, okay? And so basically to me, I'm seeing this kind of like with this humility here and this Hanged Man, along with the go with the flow card, that's literally the Hanged Man. And even the patience with the rock and the water, like the water, how it can like, you know, drill that hole through the rock over time. This is very much an energy of like, stay in your power, Cancer, because you are water. And then just kind of flow around the problems, right? Like, have humility and know that karma is always happening, okay? The earth will empty that which is full, and it'll fill that which is empty. Okay, so that's that temperance. That's exactly what we're talking about. If things are imbalanced right now, Spirit is coming in, and you got like so many cards talking about that with the World, the Temperance, the Judgment. You know, the balance is being restored. It's not going to be your job to do it. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here. That you don't have to worry. Take a break and get back to it. Be humble. The cycle is changing, okay, with this World and Judgment. But Spirit's going to be the one to come in and restore this. You're just supposed to sit back and watch, okay? This is a month of waiting. All right, I forgot to pull you a self-care card for... What did I forget? I forgot to pull you one for work, love, and self. So let's get a self-care card for work. Hey, all right, reflect. Keep your eyes open. Joy lives in small places. I like it because it's now time to find your joy. It's time to keep your eyes open for a new opportunity. Work may be kind of sucking right now, but if you can find the humor in it, even if you're just kind of like poking fun at the people that you feel like are bullying you, reflect on what's happened in the situation and let that be the motivation to move to somewhere that brings you joy. But don't allow yourself to get into a space where you're not moving because you're so busy reflecting. Be very careful to think about what you're reflecting on, okay? I don't want you to get into a space of feeling like you're thinking about all of the bad stuff, okay? Just keep trying to find your harmony. All right, for love, oh my gosh, your love, you got a ton. My goodness, listening, release, choose love. Did you get that last month? And friendship. Oh man, and this is exactly it, you know, listen to your higher self, release the situation, take your break, get back to it, offer that love and friendship. Cancers, you guys must be like superheroes with superpowers because Spirit is calling on you to be some of the most patient, resilient people that I've read for in a really long time. So you absolutely have I'm in awe of you all today, actually, and last month too. All right, so we have listening. Listen to your wise self. Let your inner compass direct the course of your life. And that's very much what it is. You know, if you feel like giving this person a chance, don't worry about what other people say. Don't worry about if people understand it. If that's where your heart is, it's where your heart is, okay? Just don't allow yourself to get hurt, you know, and that's easier said than done, but you can create that distance and still love, okay? We have release. Have a good cry. Grief is a doorway to your deepest self. I think you've been strong for people for quite a while, and it looks like Spirit is asking you to get back in there and be strong again. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself, okay? You might need to go off and have that moment where you're able to really process what's going on, okay? We have love. Choose love. Let your love become a powerful force for change. I think that's explanatory. And friendship. Call a friend. When you're mirrored with love, you see yourself clearly. So yeah, if you're feeling down and out, find that friend that you can talk to that can help you, you know, kind of get out in the world, restore some energy there. Let me pull you a self-care card for the month. Man, Cancer, you guys have been going through it. Like, I would just be so interested to know who this partner is because, I mean, that's going to be a different answer for all of you, but geesh. We have passion. Resurrect a childhood dream. Let your passion take flight. All right, so I'm thinking that when you're in that space of feeling super down and out, find some things that you enjoy doing, you know, and really try to get a hold of some people that you enjoy being around that aren't the people that you have to be caregivers for. Okay, that's my advice to you. Find people that can kind of soothe your soul. Okay, so you can go back in there and deal with whoever this person is that's just like kind of this tire fire that spirit is telling you that you're supposed to put out. All right. And Cancer. I'm going to do another general reading. The link will be down below. And that is all that I have for you. Like if you like, comment if you wish. Subscriptions are much appreciated, and I do enjoy reading all of your comments. If you would like to work with me, all the information's down below. Thank you so much, Cancer, and I will be talking to you soon. Bye.